Today I'm going to be showing you how to play Silent Night in a way that you may not have learned before. I'm Ruth from pianopicnic.com. How I love to teach is to hide the vegetables, to teach you some theory and some technique and some musicianship while we are learning the song. So we're going to do Silent Night. We're going to learn this in 5 different sections. The first section is we're playing our chords in the left hand, and we're playing between the root position chord and the first inversion chord. Okay, so you can see C major. And then we're going up to C major in first inversion, which is written as a C/E, which means we've got a C major chord with an E on the bottom, right? That's why. So we've got C chord / over an E bass. So root position, first inversion, and repeat. Then our next chord, so we're going to learn the chords first, right? Our next chord, we've got again, same pattern, root position, first inversion, but in G. So, root position, G, first inversion, G, then back to the C, and then a C7. Okay, so the C7 is just a C. I'm replacing that G there with a B flat. The third part that we're going to do is F, root position, to F, first inversion, and then to C, root position, to C, first inversion, right? So we've got this pattern already. You can see in every section we're starting with a root position chord and then the first inversion of that chord. So let's go back to the start. Root position C, first inversion C. Repeat. Then root position G, first inversion G, and then root position C, and then C7. Then we go to root position F, first inversion, root position C, first inversion. Then we repeat from the F, now we're on to our next section, the G, and again to first inversion. But instead of playing the G up the top, I'm going to play the B, which is our 7th chord tone, so that makes it a G7. So G, G7 over B, A minor, and then D, add 9, which would be that. But what we're actually going to do is take out that D there and put that up the octave, up to here, and play a D major in second inversion. So we're going A minor down to D major in second inversion, and the reason we don't need to play that 9 is because it's in the melody. Okay, and then the last section here is our first second inversion. So this is C major over G, then G over B. So first inversion and then C. So let's try those chords again. Silent night. Back to root position. Holy night. To G, root position. All is calm. Back to C. All is C7. To F major. Round yon virgin. C major to the first inversion, then F, root position, first inversion, down to C, first inversion. So that pink one is done twice. Then our white section there, G, G7 over B, A minor, D major over F sharp, C over G, G over B, C. Okay, that might sound a bit kind of not like the song until we put the melody in. So now that we're doing the melody, the reason we do the chords first is because we can look to the chords for the hint of what the melody is going to be. So we start on the 5th chord tone of our C major chord, right? The G. And the reason we're pointing this out is because that particular pattern of the fifth chord tone of the chord helps us a bunch of times with finding the melody. So we're going back to the root position. Now, you don't have to play hands together immediately like this. We can just learn the melody on its own, but I'm just pointing out how the two relate to each other. So we've got the fifth chord tone in C major. We play that twice, and then we're jumping up to the fifth chord tone of the new chord, which is G major. So the fifth chord tone of G is D. Then C to G. Now this pink section, we're starting on A in the melody. And again, A, jump up to C, come down to G, jump to E. Right, that's the pink section. Now we're going to the white section, up to the fifth chord tone again. D in the chord of G. Now we're jumping up to, so we've got our G major in first inversion and the F up the top in the melody, heavenly, and then we're just coming down the chord. So F, D, B, C with A minor in the left hand, and then remember our add 9 is in the melody, that's the E, and then we've just got a D chord in the bottom in first inversion. So we've got basically coming down a C major first inversion chord, and then back up to G, F, D, C. When we go to start the song again and we think, oh my gosh, where does it start? Remember, we found that pattern. So we're playing on the fifth chord tone of the chord for the first two sections. So that's the G. Fifth chord tone of G. Then we're in like the third chord tone of F. And again. Then the white section with the fifth chord tone. So that's how the melody and the chords go, but we want to jazz this up a bit, right? And to do that, I think something that's, within reach is a broken chord, so maybe an arpeggiated. Or you could keep that arpeggio going. You can go one step further and do a sort of a 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. So it's basically the notes in our chord spread out, but then with the 9 in there, which is the same as the 2 in the scale, right? So So those are some ways that you can bring more of an arrangement element to those chords with the melody. Or, and another thing you can do is add harmonies into the melody. So thirds. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of Silent Night. Start simple with the melody and the chords and then put them together, and then you can start to bring in some of those other elements that we talked about to make the arrangement a bit more flowing and nice. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Thanks.